Fortnite OG Season 5 just got a whole lot crazier with updates coming within the week, recent updates that help the process of fixing Fortnite OG, and also the spawn of Kevin the Cube. Well, kinda. See, Kevin the Cube is set to be different within Fortnite OG Season 5, which has led to a lot of new conspiracies and also a lot more attention onto the game mode. So stay tuned because today we'll be going over everything you should expect, such as when Kevin the Cube spawns, most of the new additions on the map, and also his destination and abilities. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Yo, what is going on, guys? If you're new here, my name is Tricky. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to use code TRICKYS, TRICKYS, in the Fortnite item shop. Also, sub to the channel if you love Fortnite OG. We are almost at 30,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The first thing I want to go over is when Kevin the Cube will spawn. Supposedly, he will spawn on August 28th, according to leaks, around 2 p.m. UTC, which is 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you're watching this video on release, it should be spawning very soon. Some are saying it could change to August 31st, but I'm going off most of the credible leakers and their opinions. The spawn sequence will be the exact same as it was in 2018. The sky will open up and shoot lightning, spawning the cube. I'm really glad that we are able to witness the cube spawning live because in 2018, if you remember, it just spawned randomly. So being able to see it live, it's going to be super cool. I will also be live streaming the cube spawning, so make sure to tune into that and join the Discord down below if you want to be notified for that. And the one thing I also wonder is if they will have a dedicated game mode for it. What I mean by that is for its spawn, but according to leaks, this is highly unlikely and I haven't seen anything about it. Next, I want to go over what happens once the cube spawns and also its abilities. The cube is very, very different this time around. It won't be purple like it was in 2018, but instead it will be red. Guys, we need some name suggestions down in the comments below because we can't call him Kevin anymore, and I haven't seen a dedicated name yet. Also, his abilities are much different, and I think this is just personal preference, but I like his abilities much more than Kevin the Cube in 2018. If you shoot the cube, it will rift you into the sky, and instead of healing shield, it will heal health. The only problem right now, and I don't know if this is fixed or not yet, but according to the leakers, it rifts you only on the ground. I'm not sure if it's gonna rift you in the sky. And I've seen a lot of people get angry because we do have a ton of rifts on the map, and on top of that, they are all permanent. So I don't know if adding a rift whenever you shoot it was the best idea, but if they're planning on nerfing the rifts, then I think this is a great addition. Also, the cube's low gravity zones are supposedly no longer low gravity. It will be a haste effect where whenever you enter the zone, think about it like hot peppers or just increasing mining speed. I'm not sure if it will give you a running boost, but in the files, it does say a 40% speed boost. This might just be with the pickaxe, but we'll know once it fully spawns. Also, more leaks have just come out that the cube's haste will be also applied if you just touch the cube, which I think is really cool. I do think that is a tiny bit overpowered, but I guess we'll see whenever the update releases. Next is the path. Now, the path hasn't changed at all, but this is an image of what is expected. It should be still going through Tilted, leaving runes on the ground. However, the runes where the cube lies is different. Here's an image of all of the runes and a detailed image of the runes on the map. In my opinion, these look super cool and I cannot wait to see this in game. Now, since the cube has the same path, it will be returning to Loot Lake just like how we expected. However, the water in the files is not red like most might think, but it is still purple. We don't know what this means or if it will be updated in the near future. Remember, Epic Games is going to make mistakes, and realistically, it is a few click of a buttons, but I think having red water would make much more sense than the original purple that we had. Some were also saying that the cube could lose its red color and wear it off and then eventually become purple whenever it reaches the lake. I don't know if this is credible or not, but in my opinion, it doesn't make much sense because we are not in the original Chapter 1 storyline. Now I want to go over the biggest thing about the cube that most people have been wanting to know about. The story. There's been a lot of new information and possibilities on what might happen after Fortnite OG and the cube. The Red Rift and also the Red Rift Butterfly might be telling the story. What I've learned from the Fortnite storyline is that red means unstable. And my theory prior is that the Red Butterfly connected Fortnite OG with the main Chapter 6 timeline. We know this because the Durburger head, Tomato head, and motel sign were found on not only the Chapter 6 island, but also the Blitz map and the Reload map. We already do know that we are not in the same timeline in Fortnite Chapter 1 from 2018 as well, mainly because of the Visitor and his quest lines. He hinted to this in multiple of them, and I'll throw them up on screen right now. But my theory is that we might not repeat Fortnite Chapter 1, but we could be going either to Chapter 2 or we could be seeing a Chapter 1 Season 11 that is unstable, since we have the red theme with the red rift, the red rift butterfly, and the red cube. And it brings future items onto the Chapter 1 map from Chapter 6, Chapter 5, etc. Basically a huge mashup season. I think it would be such a cool idea, and I would love to see what would happen and how the community would enjoy it. So make sure to comment down below, what would you want after Fortnite OG Season 10? Now, before I get deeper into the storyline, I needed some help on this just because I am not too knowledgeable on the later parts of the storyline, like Chapter 4 to the present story. I definitely need to study them because there is a lot more lore to Fortnite than I actually thought. So huge shout out to Clark Clint for his recent video on the leaks for the storyline. I'll be using some of the information from his video, so if you want to check out not only his channel but also the video, I will have it linked down in the description below. So there was a big poster that was recently leaked. This is an image of it, and as you can tell, there is a lot from Fortnite OG on the poster board. The rifts, the rocket, the cube spawning, and also some images from Chapter 3. Supposedly, this image is really connected to the last reality, and the last reality is whenever all the cubes were on the map, I believe, with all the different colors, which we saw the purple cube, the golden cube, and there might have been a red cube. I am not too sure. I didn't play much of Chapter 3. But yes, there's a lot from Fortnite OG on this poster board, which is mainly what we'll be talking about. But supposedly, the members within the OXR, which is the members within Chapter 6, are not only investigating their storyline, but they are also investigating the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 storyline. If you don't remember, within the Big Bang, they actually did reset the storyline, or Jonesy tried to, and supposedly the people in the OXR are actually not supposed to know about anything before the Big Bang, which the Big Bang is what we saw after Fortnite OG in 2023. This is a lot to take in, and I'm sorry for any misinformation. If you could correct me down in the comments below, I will heart your comment. And again, I can't fully explain it myself, but Clark went way more in depth in his video, so if you want to know more from a credible source about the storyline, go watch that video down below. I'll have his channel linked as well. But this is an insane theory and crazy information that could change not only Fortnite OG, but also Chapter 6 and the future of Chapter 7. Let me know how you feel if the Chapter 6 storyline and also the main OG storyline that we're in is connected, because I think it is super cool and I would love to see what it looks like in the future. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Remember, we are almost at 30K subscribers, guys. I'm so blessed, and I'm so happy that I can take you on this journey with me throughout Fortnite OG. And seriously, I cannot thank y'all enough, and I'm glad to take you on the ride. Guys, stay blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.